Good morning. It's March the 27th. My name is Stephen Livermore. I'm the pastor of Messiah United Methodist Church, and this is our devotional for today. This morning I want to read from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 16 through 21. So from now on, we regard no one from a worldly point of view. Though we once regarded Christ in this way, we do so no longer. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he or she is a new creation. The old has gone, the new has come. All this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. That God was reconciling the world to himself in Christ, not counting men's sins against them, and he has committed to us the message of reconciliation. We are, therefore, Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making his appeal through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. During this time, we're learning a lot of things about what it means to be in relationship with God, but we're also learning much that has to do with what it means to be in relationship with people. Because we're not able to be physically present with each other the way that we were before, it causes us to perhaps value more those relationships. And for us as Christians, those relationships are vitally important. For us, it's one of the reasons for our existence. God has a purpose for our life, and a big part of that purpose, if not the sole purpose, is to honor him and to bring others into a relationship where they too will come to know the saving grace and love of God and come to honor and obey him as well. I'm going to read what C.S. Lewis wrote in his book, Mere Christianity. He says this is the whole of Christianity. There is nothing else. It is so easy to get muddled about it. It is easy to think that the church has a lot of different objects: education, building, missions, holding services, just as it is easy to think that the state has a lot of different objects: military, political, economic, and whatnot. But in a way, things are much simpler than that. The state exists simply to promote and to protect the ordinary happiness of human beings in this life. A husband and wife chatting over a fire, a couple of friends having a game of darts in a pub, a man reading a book in his own room or digging in his own garden. That is what state is there for. In the same way, the church exists for nothing else but to draw people into Christ, to make them little Christs. If they are not doing that, all the cathedrals, clergy, missions, sermons, even the Bible itself, are simply a waste of time. God became man for no other purpose. It is even doubtful, whether the whole universe was created for any other purpose. Your purpose and my purpose as followers of Christ is not just to live our own lives in the presence of the Lord and to come to know him more day by day, but to be ambassadors and to invite others to come to know him as well. I pray that God will use this time in all of our lives to help us find ways to do that effectively, to become the kinds of ambassadors that present a loving and winsome message of God's love for people.